Okay, so I'm going to start up here. Yeah, I'm going to make a paper wand. And okay, I suppose the idea, as we were talking about, or as I was chatting with you about earlier, is to, I suppose, inject a bit of significance into your wand in terms of the type of, I suppose, context that you're interested in developing a wand around. So this is going to be a creativity wand. So it's going to be a wand that, I suppose, encourages creativity. And part of that, I just Googled gems and creativity, and there's a number of different gemstones. And again, I'll show you the website that I used for that. I don't have access to the gemstones, so rather than put stones in the wand, what I'm going to do is just put pictures of those particular gemstones in the wand. Okay, and then what I do is I take the page and I'm going to roll it into the shape, the basic shape that I want for the magic wand. So what I do is I just take a corner and I roll a diagonal. Now, I roll it sort of slightly off diagonal as such. So, and around a pencil or something like that. Okay, so what I have done here is I have the basic shape that I want the wand. So then I take glue and put a piece of glue along the paper, and pencil fell out, which is fine. And I rub any excess glue that there is. Now, the thing is, if this is the shape that I want to keep, then I just need to hold it until the glue sticks, or at least to mind it until the glue sticks. Okay, so because otherwise it'll just start unraveling slightly. And if it does unravel, take the same sheet of paper and roll it up again. Roll it in the exact same way, and the second time you do it, it will tend to hold a bit better. Okay, so you have your wand shape here, and then you colour it. Okay, so I've decided to colour it orange, and the reason, again, is that orange is a colour that is encourages creativity and innovation and that, so I painted orange. Okay, so you continue with that, and then you finish your painting of the wand. Now, I didn't have orange poster paint as such, so I just got pink, and you see the pink and the yellow, and I mixed them to make the orange. And just, if you're doing that, just make sure you need significantly more yellow than you do pink or red or whatever. And then just get all of the wand coloured. That's it. So what you need to do once it's finished, you just need to leave it dry. Okay, so put that to one side and leave it dry. Now, as with all good videos, here's one I did earlier. Okay, so the paint is dried on the wand. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish it off. Now, it's important that you do leave it to dry. So leave it a couple of hours if you can. And the reason is that the paint gives the paper a bit of rigidity. And it's a little bit easier to work with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick which end is the thicker, which is this end. This end is thinner. And what I've done is I've taken a twig, and the twig is from an ash plant. And again, looking at Google, ash is a plant that is supposed to encourage creativity. So I have my gemstones in it, I have my colour in it, and now I have the ash plant. And what I've done with the plant is I've trimmed, there was buds along the side of the end. Now, obviously, this is a winter, it's January, February now, so it's a winter twig. If it were in the summer or it was in the spring, I might have leaves or whatever, but as it stands, so what I do then is, what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to put the the twig into the center of the wand. Okay, so I just put it in there, and I suppose a little bit carefully okay, so what I've done is I've pushed the twig through into the wand, so the bud is actually coming out at the top, and that's what I want. Okay, so I'm actually going to pull it back a little bit, snip this, and push this forward. Okay, so I have the bud coming out the top of the wand, and that's actually what I want. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to seal up the wand. Okay, so one of the other things that when I was Googling this, I discovered that yellow is also another colour of creativity. Now, I have white string here, and that's what I had intended using, but I decided that to integrate some yellow into it. So what I did was I just put a bit of the poster paint into a pot and put in the yellow string in the pot for a while. So the yellow string, it's quite rigid. You do need to leave it overnight to dry. So what I'm going to do then is I'm just going to put some of the string into the end. I'll just make a slide. So what I want, this is just a piece of newspaper. So what I want to do is I want to seal the end of the wand, just so that it is it's sealed. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to plug it with paper. Now, I'll just show you in a second. It's important to be somewhat neat, but you don't need to be really neat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some glue in it as well. So, sorry, I'm going to put some glue in it here as well. The glue will obviously seal it up. And now I'm going to put the end of the string in there. And I have it sealed up there now. What the next step is I'm going to start wrapping the yellow string around the top of the wand. Now, what I want to make sure is that it just creates a good seal on the end. Okay. So it's like the yellow becomes a sort of knot on the end of the wand. Okay, that's good. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, now what I want to do, this is actually getting a bit tangled up, but it's okay. Now what I want to do is create a pattern up along the wand. Now, with the string. And I'm just going to show you how I'm going to do that. Sorry, I just need to take this off first, or unravel it as such. One of the things I've noticed about when you do paint string is it tends to twirl up on you. So that's so I'm going to get the glue, and I'm going to take a little bit of the glue in a piece of paper like this. So I'm going to put this bit of the glue like that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the string and coat it with glue. After running out here, so just put another bit on. Okay. So now the string is coated in blue. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll the string down along the wand. Okay, until I get to the end. And then I'm going to, like I did at the top, I'm going to use the string to seal the end of the wand. That's takes a little bit of. A good thing is that because it's okay, so now I'm going to bring. Actually, I don't maybe have enough to bring it all the way back down again. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to continue rolling this until I run out. Make sure that the end of it is okay. So that is sort of the it's just tidied up a little bit. So okay, there's one other thing that I wanted to put on this now, and it's purely on the basis that I was looking again at herbs around creativity, and it's a cumin. A cumin is a good herb to encourage creativity. So what I'm going to do is at the end of the wand, I'm just going to sprinkle on, and there's glue on this, so it's actually going to hold. I'm going to sprinkle some cumin on the end of the wand, or cumin, sorry, on the end of the wand. And there, that's it. That's creativity wand. Okay, we'll leave it at that.